Hello, Flosstube. My name is Griffin, and this is Stitching with the Griffin, number 44. Number 44. My channel is predominantly about cross stitch, embroidery, and hand sewing when I have the projects for embroidery and hand sewing. Right now, I do have an embroidery project in progress, but I haven't really done anything with it. Embroidery and I have a love-hate relationship. I hate starting it, but once I do, I enjoy it. I love it. So it's also trying to find the time to do it. So there is that. If you're new here, welcome. I hope that you will like what you see and that you will want to come back. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Or a returning viewer, whether you subscribe or not, welcome back. I hope that everyone is having a great day, and I thank you for choosing to spend some time out of your busy day hanging out with me for a little while. I know there are tons and tons of other YouTubers out there that deserve a lot of attention as well. So yeah, if you like what you see, please ring the bell, make sure it's black, like, comment. Even if you're not really happy with what's going on, please like so that other people will be able to see this video as well. The algorithm seems to like likes more than anything else, but feel free to comment what you like, what you don't like. Let me know what you think I need to improve on. I know there's a lot, but I apologize for the noise. Emergency vehicles come through here not very often, so also if you hear a softer noise, that is my fan going. It's a bit warm. I live in Texas. It's almost summer, but it feels like it. We've had a wet spring, still having a wet spring, so we'll see how it goes. But yes, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and do all those wonderful things, but only if you want to. You don't have to. There is no pressure. I will be around as long as I am having fun doing this, and maybe longer if you are having fun with me. So anyway, let's get started. Last week was Nursery and nope. Last week was last week was Nursery and Cardinal Points. This week it's Knockoff Minerva and Books. The Magic of Books. So let's get started with the Magic of Books. I did take pictures. I am trying very, very hard to remember to take pictures. So give me a moment. I have a bookshelf here that I keep my things on. I tell you that almost every time now, but when I lean forward, that's what I'm doing, so just have fun looking at the top of my head. Yeah, I do need to do the roots again, I guess, but yeah, it is what it is. This is Charting Creations, The Magic of Books. The artist is N. Northup. I am doing it on a 16 count natural Aida 2/1 with the called for floss, DMC floss. I am on page 2, so I'm up in here. I am not keeping track of the stitches. Sorry, there's my phone. Not keeping track of my stitches. I just stitch and don't think about it. These are not in Pattern Keeper. I am actually, as you can tell, using a printed PDF. I do that for most of it, because I'm old school and I do better with that than I do with electronic stuff. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't have any electronic charts. I do, and eventually I will work on them. So that is that. So last time you saw it, I hit the wrong thing here. Give me a moment. The last time you saw it, it looked like that. So doing a lot of the balloons, Having a lot of fun with this. There's a lot of confetti, even with the balloons. The background's a lot easier to do. It only has like 3 or 4 colors. Well, it did. I'll be going into an area where there'll be a lot more background colors. But that's it there, and if you'll give me a moment. Always takes me a minute because this is a big piece. I was stitching in the well, and then I reversed. I reversed the way I was. That I rolled it up. I need to do it back the other way because it keeps my stuff from getting grimy on the front. But let's see. Bear with me. This is a bit tricky to do. And here we are. And you can see I've got almost all of it done. I am going to block my face, so hopefully you'll be okay. But I have almost all of the balloons done. I just have this small section in here to do. Yeah. So, doing just this area right here, and then it will be done. So, and then I'll have page 2 done, and I'll be able to work on the next section, which, and the next page, it goes into these, over here, these butterflies that are created out of book pages, and I do believe I'll be seeing the top, maybe, the top of the book here, of these books, not sure. It's below right now, there's nothing, so maybe not, maybe right here. So, but that's the next section, and I am very excited to do that. That is one of 2 full coverage pieces for those of you who are new here. I have 2 full coverage pieces. Sorry, I did have 2 full coverage pieces on the go. Now I have 1 full coverage, 2 large pieces that are like 14 by 11 and a bit bigger than that, and then 1 smaller piece, which you're about to see. But yes, so that was the Magica books by Charting Creations. The author, or the designer, artist is in Northup. And I can't tell you how many thousands of stitches I put in. It's 2 over 1. So, this is my box of floss. It's not as well organized as I'd like to be, but that's a lot of floss. This box is full, and then it has some sitting on top. And I use a lot of those colors, and I'm going to be using a lot more of those colors once I get into the books itself, and the interior of the books. So, let's see. The next one is Knockoff Minerva. I call her Knockoff Minerva because she is a knockoff. If you find any Nora Corbett, sorry, I am talking down. If you find any Nora Corbett's in a kit, they are knockoffs as far as I know. I do not believe that she does anything but charts herself. That being said, I was given this as a gift. That's all I'm going to say because I have been repeating myself a lot. And I'm sure my longtime subscribers are tired of it. So anyway, Knockoff Minerva gift that I'm doing, and this is her. This is not her name. Her actual name is Minerva. She is beautiful. I love it. I love it. Being done on a generic Aida that is supposed to look like Vintage Country Mocha. And it is being done with generic threads that are supposed to be DMC. And there are beads in there that are generic beads. I have no idea what they are, except they are the correct size for the chart. It is whatever, there's where that went, whatever it's supposed to be, okay, for the actual charts. Oh, anyway. This is what she looked like the last time you saw her a couple weeks ago. She does look odd. This is it's separated into 4 quadrants. I finished the first quadrant pretty much. I was working on the second. She is a little bit off center. Actually, I think she's a lot off center. I'm hoping I won't have to fudge, but I have decided to, instead of frame her, I'm going to do her as a flat fold, and that way I can just finagle her around. Give me a second. Sorry. I was not prepared for this part. But I can finagle her around so that I can still display her properly. I think I'm going to do her in a flat fold, but I'm not sure. But this is where she is now. Finished the body. This is her bottom part. Her hand is supposed to go there. There's another hand that goes there. And then this is the big, yeah. The big drapey thing. It's reversed, sorry, but you can tell which side is which. The big drapey thing. So she's getting closer to done on this side. I do need some down here, and I need a bunch still down here, and then I need to start the tree or whatever it is that goes this way. But I decided to do the big parts first, where there are holes like down in here and over in here and a couple of the places. That's where beads are supposed to go. So let me hold her steady and you can see. Yeah, there is a lot of light shining through, but there's places where she's supposed to have beads, so. And there's a lot of beading in this piece. Oh! I am so sorry. I had her turned around the back the wrong way. No wonder she looked odd. Sorry. Alright, let's try this one again so it does look proper. There she is. Okay. I cannot believe that. I am so sorry. I'm an idiot. Okay, so maybe she'll match up a little better now this time. Let's try that again. There we are. Yes, see. So now you can see what she's missing. Oh my gosh. I am not going to edit that out. It happens. I am not starting over. But yes, now you can see where I'm at. This, I need to fill in this, fill in some a little bit here. Hand. Tree goes there. So there you go. Oh my gosh. But yes, so these actual spaces here are actually where the beads will be. Same down here. She's got beading there. She's got some, yeah. So, oh my gosh. So this is knockoff Minerva. Her actual designer, artist, creator is Nora Corbett. Please check her out. I believe she's still selling these under her own name. I don't know why she wouldn't. But this is Minerva. Her name is Minerva, not knockoff Minerva. That's what I call her. But, so yeah. I also do not count my stitches here, but she's a smaller piece, so it won't take me as long to do. Maybe another month of weeks. Another 4 weeks. And she should be done. Should be done. Maybe even sooner. My boss, who's majorly fantastic, is going to show me how to pin her onto foam cord, so that I can do a flat fold, or do that. I'm going to mount her on foam cord. Like they would do for framing, but she's not going to go on a frame. She's going to go on, I don't have it right here. She's going to go on something else, and then I will decorate it. I have seen Sarah, hello darling. Darling, you see? That's what I get. But she has shown some lovely pictures and some lovely finishes of what I'm thinking about doing with Minerva. I don't know if I'll finish her this year, but I will at least get her onto some foam core. Like I said, my boss, he does the framing for Michael's. He's one of the framers, and he does this. I would not trust anyone else. Sorry, guys, but he has the experience that I do trust. But anyway, so he's going to show me how to do it. That way I can do it myself. I won't be able to use the pens that work uses, but he did show me some ones that are comparable that we do carry at work, so I'll get those. So that is all of my cross stitch. That's everything. Those two projects. I do not have my embroidery project available to show because I haven't done any work on it. I'm actually going to frog the beak of the hummingbird because I don't like the way it looks, and then I will change a couple other things because I don't like the way it looks. And I was going to use it as a way to train myself, teach myself some stitches, but I don't think that this is the project to do it with, so I'm going to be making some changes on it, and you will see it. I will take a picture of it before I start making the changes, and then you'll see where I've made changes. Just because I want this to look nice, I want to give it to as a gift. Okay, so in conjunction with the cross stitching, let's do some shout outs. I love shouting out people. I love letting you know, hey, go see these people, check out their work, because there are some amazing artists out there. Mad Morty and the Brom, which I will link to everybody in the description box below. I have talked about them before. They are renovating a van to turn it into a camper van so they can go camper vanning, to, go on their little vacations and do the things that they do. They have a channel about their travels as well as their cross stitch. So please join both of them if you'd like. Subscribe to both of them, because I am sure that this year when they're traveling, they are going to have some amazing videos on their channels. I know they do for cross stitch, but I'm pretty sure they're going to have some for their travel as well. So let's see. In addition to Mad Morty, put her on the list. There's Stitching Cat Lady. I have talked about her before. She does. She's got some beautiful kitties. That I know she owns some, and I don't know if she fosters some, but she works at a kitty rescue as far as I know too, and she has done some lovely work, cross stitch work, and of course she gets to show off the cats. There's Small Town Stitches, Heritage Stitching, Cottage Garden Threads #1, which I don't know if I talked about them last time or not. Cottage Garden Threads are the same people that do the threads for let me see. No, that's the Gentle Arts threads. Sorry, I was thinking that Cottage Garden did the ones for Cardinal Points, but they don't. But anyway, so this is Cottage Garden Threads. This is one of the people that owns it, designs the threads, that does all of that. This was her own channel, and she's just released #2. So I'd go check her out. She does have some beautiful work. The threads that she's talking about are gorgeous. She does quilting as well, or they do quilting as well. I mean, it's just fabulous. There's North Carolina Stitcher. There is, Kim Hallenbeck. There is also Bella Rose Needleworks. Needleworks. I can't even read my own. As of this taping, She has just released her first video. She may be on number 2 now. I'm not real sure. And then there's Cross Stitch the Globe. All of these folks have got some great videos out. They've got some beautiful projects. I keep forgetting to write down the projects, but I'm going to link them below. Please go give them a look at least give them a thumbs up. Let them know that they're being looked at and enjoyed. Subscribe if you like. Ring the bell so you don't miss any notifications. Same with me. Make sure your bell is black so that you will be notified all the time. Now, that being said, for those of you who are new here, a couple of months ago, I joined the online. It's an app. It's an online thing called the Conqueror's Challenge, and it is a website. It has Facebook groups. It's got participants all over the globe, and basically it is virtual reality races. You choose an event. You choose. Most of them have set distances. And they have different themes for all of their races. You can add steps, you can walk, you can run, you can bike outside, inside. There's all kinds of different ways that you can participate in these virtual races. And you can convert like aerobics and different events, different things like that into distance for the project, for your race. Let me show you. I started in May. Yes, started in May. And I'm doing a bundle of 3, and they are based on The Hobbit. Now, it's called An Unexpected Journey. And this is what my homepage looks like. I will get a medal. If I want, I can get a t-shirt. But there are different races and things like that here. Now, my pen pal has joined. She's decided to join. She is doing the Van Gogh. Let me see if I can show it to you. Yes, she is going to do she is doing the Vincent Van Gogh, which is this one there. I don't know if I can click on it and it will show you more. But there are prices for them. It's very hard to see. You'll have to go on here. It's just called the Conqueror's Challenge. If you want, I'm going to try and link below. I cannot seem to figure out how to activate my external links. If anybody has an idea how to do that, please let me know. But let me see if I can show you. That's not what I want. So I am doing The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. And it's not showing you anything like that. Okay, hold on. I apologize. I am trying to find my racing bib. It's not showing me my racing bib. Okay. So they have a map on here, and it shows you how far you've gone. I started in the Shire. I went through Bree. Crossed into Bree. We're on the East Road, and as you can see, there are... I'm hoping you can see. There are a lot of other people on there besides me. And I am the... Let's see. Can't get any closer than that. I am the cat right there. I have brought along the spirit of my former office assistant, Butterscotch. She has passed on, but she is still with me. I have crossed the 40% mark. I'm actually at 43%. I have done 264.82 miles out of a total of 609. I chose to do it in, I want to say, 8 months. It's 182 days. And I have done 71 days so far. So I've traveled 43% in the distance, and I have done it in 39% of the time allotted. I still have 344.18 miles and 111 days to do them in. I am both walking and biking. I have a bike that I take to and from work on good days. Also, I clock the walking that I do at work and here at home. You can connect with all kinds of fitness devices, Fitbits, Google, whatever you need. And so I did 40%, and at the 40% mark, it told me that I helped stop 10 plastic bottles from entering the ocean. They are a part of a conservation group that is doing plastic recycling, planting trees, that sort of thing. Right now they have the Conqueror World Cup going on. Slovenia is in first place right now. But there's different events that you can do. There's challenge events, special events, quizzes, and flash events. And you get points for all of them, and then your points go in with the rest of the people from your country, and you go from there. So it's a lot of fun. When I get my medal, I want to get a t-shirt. I've decided I'm going to get a t-shirt, but when I get my medal, I will happily share it with you. But I'm going to be doing Unexpected Journey, and then the other two that are related to The Hobbit, and we're following the journey of the dwarves and Bilbo from the Shire to the mines of Moria and everywhere else. We are currently, my little group, on the way to Rivendell. We can do a stop in Rivendell, and then we go on. Now, there is going to be an event where we encounter orcs, because in the book, we all encounter orcs. So we'll have the orc encounter, and then we'll be headed to Rivendell. So I should have some little bits from the movie or something like that to show as well, or as best I can. They send postcards in some places. They do, like, for the movie ones, it'll show different bits of the movie following where you're at. It's lots of fun. The bundles can be expensive, but they're not, inordinately so. If you add a t-shirt on, of course, it comes more, but they're a lot of fun. Like I said, my pen pal has joined me, and she's doing the Van Gogh. If you want, like I said, I'm going to leave my link below. If you want to join, you don't have to use my link. You can go onto it and join yourself. There's not a big deal about that, as long as you have some fun. It gives me a fun reason to exercise and get out and be active, but also helps me to stay accountable, because I get to add my distances and add my activity on there. And it's the same with her. She has a lot of physical issues, and so exercise to her was like and now she's got a reason, a poke to do this. And Van Gogh, I think, is like 60 miles, so, and you choose how long you want to take to do it, so you don't have to do it in 3 months. You can do it in 6 months, you can do it in a year. I think the maximum is like 2 years, so it's whatever you want to do and however you want to do it. Okay, so that's the Conqueror Challenge. That's where I'm at so far, for those of you who are following along with me. Let me mark that off. So that, okay. Now, I am a fiber artist. I do things with, thread and yarn, macrame cord, that sort of thing when I have it. And for those of you who have been following me, put her hair on a little wonky, but you know, I don't care. She's cute anyway, I think. I'll probably straighten that out, okay? Oh yeah, I think it's just the curve of the... Okay. I'll have to fix her hair later. She's still a little wonky looking, a little weird looking, but got her hair on and her face. So she still looks odd. She doesn't have all of her stitching on, like her neck and everything. She's supposed to have some stitching around her neck and down here, but I did her face as well as I could. Probably put her mouth a little bit too close, but you know, she's a maid thing, so yeah. And this is my first time doing a Sally doll, so definitely will not be perfect at all, but hey. So I am working on her clothes now so we can dress her, and then I'll do all of the stitching on her legs and her arms and wherever else she needs it to be, and her throat and all that, and then she'll be done. But this is her so far. Not the best thing in the world. Will I be doing another one? Not that small. She's too fiddly. It's just basically too fiddly. Now, in addition to that, I don't know if I showed you this or not. Oh, Sally is being made with, for those of you who are interested, a 3.75 millimeter or F hook, F/5 hook. They sent me a plastic one in the kit. I am using my aluminum one from Boye, B-O-Y-E, because I prefer them. If you can see that or not. It's just a little thing, but I prefer these. So for those of you who are interested, that's what I'm doing. They sent me generic yarn, probably like a Red Heart. It's an acrylic yarn. It's not a cotton or anything like that. Now I do end up, because I have other projects that I have going on, I end up having scrap. Everybody who does crocheting ends up with scrap. And I don't know if I've shown you these yet or not, but I am making a scrap yarn throw with granny squares. And I just went with, a basic granny square design. I'm doing the attach as you go method so that it looks a little more natural. It flows a little bit more, but as you can see, not too bad. I am going to do a 3x2 for starters and see how it goes. These are a couple of my other squares in progress. There's that one. I tried not to duplicate too much, so all of my squares get a little bit different look. And I am using thin and thick. Doesn't really matter to me. Like I said, they're scrap, so they're probably going to be some waviness in there or something from the thin and thick, but I don't care. It's something I'm going to be using in my own home. So yeah, and I am using, for those of you who are interested, I am using a 5.75 millimeter or a J/10 J/10 hook. I go by the J's, but this is also an aluminum Boye hook. It's hard to see, I'm sure, because my screen's not that great, but yeah. So that's that. I do not know how big these are. I'll have to measure them and then let you know later. I know that they're 18 rows out. Is it 18? Don't know. Let me count real quick. So I'm doing 2 rows of each color. So let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8. 10, 12, 14, 16. Yes, 18. So 18 rows. And if I don't have enough of one color, I will do a single row and then do of one color, and then I'll come back and do a single row of another color just to make sure that I still have 18 rows. So there's that. So there's my throw, and we're almost done. I promise we're almost done. I have some books I want to talk about. It's another thing that I really love to do. Besides my cross stitch and my crocheting, those are my two favorite things. Yeah, and I love to read. So there's the 11th Precinct by, hold on, T.H. Morris. This one is pretty much like a sci-fi. Everybody knows that humans, there's a theory that humans only use 10% of their brain. In this book, there are some young people who have accessed another percentage of their brain, and it gives them some special gifts. Plus they, and it's just, it's a pretty interesting way, and it's from one young man's point of view. He's the main character, and it's his development as he finds out that he actually has access to this extra percent of his brain. They call them the 11th percenters, and he's always known he's been different, and now he's given validation for whatever reason, and it keeps going. It's actually a very good book, and it's in conjunction with another book that I read. There's another book that ties into that, but I don't have the name of it. There's Whispers and Shadows by Megan Penney. This one was pretty good. It's a fantasy, urban fantasy type thing. I've been reading more of those. I still like my cozy murder mysteries. I just finished the Librarian Cat series. Awesome series. I'm going to have to put that on there because it's 6 books and it's just so cute. I love Congressman Kittles, and it's Congressman with a K. They call him Kong for short. Cute. Absolutely. I would love to have a companion like him. Then there's Paranormal Properties by Tracy Lane. Another good one. I love haunted house stories, haunted hotels, that sort of thing. I want to say Ron Ripley in his the Berkeley Street series. I'm getting The Lighthouse next, and that's a haunted lighthouse. Figure. That's supposed to be pretty interesting. And I like the fact that in Ron Ripley's there is that fear factor, but there's also that, he's not trying to get rid of all of the spirits in the house. Spoiler alert. There are some that will remain as long as they behave, and so there's that. And then there's Hounded by Karen, Kerin, Karen Hearne. I can't spell Hearne, Hearne. I can spell and just can't read my own handwriting sometimes. All of these will be in the description box below if you want to check them out. I get them on Kindle. I get a newsletter from Free Booksy, and I'll leave that in the description box below too if you want to subscribe to that. And that's how I'm getting a lot of free books through my Kindle and through Google Play, and that way it adds to my library and I'm able to enjoy them. There are times when I get some really good things. Now, I have subscribed to Amazon and to Kindle because I do read a lot more. And the lovely thing is that Amazon is linked to Goodreads. Google Play is not, or Google Books is not. And so when I finish a book on Kindle, it automatically goes to my Goodreads account, and so then you get to see what I have read and all the authors, and I do need to go through and start rating and everything, because I haven't done that. I just finished the books, and sometimes I rate them and sometimes I don't. So there's that. But okay, yeah, that's it. I am hoping that this got taped all the way, because it's 40 minutes, and that's the longest I have done in like forever. So yeah, I will see you guys on the flip side. Bye.